Hello everyone, welcome to my Valentine's Day stream. Don't really have much planned, well, actually, I don't know. I might have some stuff planned for today, but, I'm not sure exactly. I have some stuff planned for later in the day, I'm, just spending my time sitting here alone. And, I don't know, probably gonna play some games, who knows. Um, anyway, so let's see what, okay, actually I've got a great idea. See if I can set it up. I don't know how long I'll be streaming for, but, I might have to stop streaming at some point, but if I can get a little bit done, I figured, why not? I don't know, okay, weird. Um,
Installing script extenders with Vortex is now so easy, you probably don't need a video showing you how to do it. However, in spite of that, I decided to update this video, so Ladies and
Thanks,
gentlemen, welcome to A Beginner's Guide to Vortex Part 7.
I need to watch this because I'm in it
If
here.
you don't know what a script extender is, the short version is it's a special type of mod that adds new features and functionality that can be accessed by other mod makers, allowing them to make more complicated and more powerful mods. The script extenders also add their own features that don't need other mods and can help with things like performance and stability, but overall this series of mods, the script extenders for Skyrim, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and many other BGS games, are considered essential mods. Pretty much most people modding those games on PC, I would just recommend you always have the script extender. It's probably the first thing you install. One of the things that makes the script extender series of mods a little different is they install files in the main game folder, not just in the data folder. In fact, some of them only have files in that main folder. And traditionally, mod managers only installed files to the data folder, which meant for script extenders, many of the critical files you needed had to be installed by hand. But now Vortex actually handles all that for you automatically via something called an extension. This extension comes pre-installed with the latest version of Vortex, and you can check it's enabled by going to Extensions,
Oh, I see.
and scrolling down until you find Script Extender Installer. Just make sure this is enabled and you're pretty much ready to go. In fact, if you boot up Vortex for a game where a script extender is available and you don't have it installed, it will pop up a notification basically telling you that. And all you need to do is click More. It will open up a pop-up window. There you click the button marked Download. It will begin downloading, and once done, install automatically. You then press Enable, and if you set it to auto deploy when you enable a mod, it will basically do the rest for you. And if you double click on the script extender mod that's just been installed for you, you can now see it's got version details, and indeed the mod type has already been set correctly for you as well. All that's left to do now is start up the game and just make sure it's working. I get in game, I open up the console and type get NVSE version, press enter, version 5. It's installed and it's running. And it really is that simple now. Now, if you prefer to download the archive file manually before you install with Vortex, you can still do that. Just go along to the script extender website that is applicable to the game you're installing it for, follow the instructions, find the latest version and download that to wherever you need it downloaded. I've downloaded mine to my desktop. Then just drag the archive to where it says drop files on Vortex and release. It will add the script extender mod to Vortex, and then all I need to do is click where it says never installed, and it will basically go through the same process. It will install, I hit enable, it should auto deploy, and I'm done. It really is still very simple. The only difference is I downloaded the archive file myself. Some games will have more than one version of the script extender for different versions of the game. So for example,
Okay, I think that's good enough.
before you install with Vortex, find the mod to Vortex, the archive to where it says drop files on Vortex and release.
Oh, oops. Might have accidentally done that.
release, it will add the script extender mod to Vortex, and then
Okay, I'm gonna launch the game now, as I have it right now. Um, oh, oh, oops, I guess I can't. Okay, fantastic. Um, I've hit a bit of a snag. Honestly, not too surprising. Makes sense, I guess. Bit disappointing though. Hmm. Well, I guess it was bound to happen sooner or later. Well, that's fantastic. I suppose I can figure out something else to do. Okay, I've got another idea. The game I wanted to play wasn't working quite right, so I did just download a new game. If I can find it, I can play it. Ah, yes, okay. Here we go. Let's play this game. Looks interesting. Might play it for a little bit. Okay, let's try this. I know it's kind of giving me Half-Life vibes, or Half-Life 2 vibes already. I know.
Dear Esther, the morning after I was washed ashore, salt in my ears, sand in my mouth, and the waves always at my ankles, I felt as though everything had conspired to this one last shipwreck. I remembered nothing but water, stones in my belly and my shoes, threatening to drag me under to where only the most listless of creatures swim.
Hang on. Just wanted to do something. Okay, hang on. I just need to go do something. Oh, need to leave that. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, there we go. Should be all good. Automatic plus sign. Okay. Hang on. I just want to check the controls. Okay. Wait, is that it? I can't interact with anything. I guess that's it. Actually, why don't I just, hey, there we go. Okay, here we are. On the shores. Oh, I wonder if I can, okay, I really need to, set it back to the default. Yeah, I'm gonna set it back to default. There we go. It's a bit slower, but more manageable. Oh, I can't jump. Wonder if I can go explore the lighthouse up there. What's that noise? Oh, Cortana. Cortana's been...
Playing means
What?
engage in activity for enjoyment and recreation rather than a serious or practical
Cortana.
purpose.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Cortana.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, anyway. Now provide that. Let's see if I can, oh, no, wait, I wonder if, oh, I see. So is there no way to get up there? I suppose. Maybe not. Okay. I'm just gonna go. Okay, let's explore the waves, you know. Icy tide, open breeze, rolling along the side of the coast. And this sort of reminds me of like Maine or Newfoundland or Ireland, you know. At least to me, but no. Someone who lives in those places might say I'm making it up. And I probably have, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I visited places, but, you know, never really lived in those places. Or maybe it's supposed to be an English shore or something. I don't know.
When you were born, your mother told me, a hush fell over the delivery room. A great red birthmark covered the left side of your face. No one knew what to say, so you cried to fill the vacuum. I always admired you for that you cried to fill whatever vacuum you found. I began to manufacture vacuums just to enable you to deploy your talent. The birthmark faded by the time you were 6 and had gone completely by the time we met, but your fascination with the empty and its cure remained.
Golden ratio, 700. You recognize that very well.
Dear Esther, I found myself to be as featureless as this ocean, as shallow and unoccupied as this bay, a listless wreck without identification. My rocks are these bones, and a careful fence to keep the precipice at bay. Shot through me caves, my forehead a mount. This aerial will transmit into me so. All overexposed, the nervous system, where Donnelly's boots and yours and mine still trample. I will carry a torch for you. I will leave it at the foot of my headstone. You will need it for the tunnels that carry me under.
Okay, I don't think there's anything more I can do. Right, not a planet. What about, this thing? I have got to resist the urge to sing sea shanties. Oh jeez, that is quite a lot of that. I've already been here. Okay, you know what? I'm leaving that place. Just gonna go up here. Along the hillside. Okay, can go from see what do I want? I don't know. Just might not find out. All that. Maybe I'm just hearing things. Probably just the wind.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Okay, well, I guess I have to go in the cave. Oh boy, what was that? Oh jeez, I was frightened by a little vine, what am I? Ah, jeez. That, like... Okay, I think that's Morse code. I can't go through. Where'd it go? I thought I had to go through the cave. Yeah, no, I'm stuck. I think, yeah, anyway. Why isn't my torch working? Well, I should have a torch, right? Can I? Oh, wait. Maybe it has something to do with that big canister thing. Where's that thing? Okay. Something paint plus plus I don't know. Can I interact with that? Okay, I can't figure out where I'm going, so... Yeah, let's see. Can I? Okay, wait, I have a tree something. no difference in the controller. Maybe I'm supposed to go this way. Golden ratio. Okay, let's see if I can find something down here. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. Really don't. Okay, I did some reading on the present day of Scotland. So this is Scotland. I was right about something and about a child or something. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly where in Scotland, but either it's on the west side or north side or east side, you know. I'm not sure. all I know is that it's Scotland, and I was sort of right, certainly east side, that's over in the ocean. So we're not to be on the western side. Maybe. Can I see Ireland from there? I don't know. The Ireland in the distance. I'm not sure. Where am I going anyway? I have no idea. Okay, let's go see where I am around here.
A wonderful sight. The moon cresting the junction between the cliff path and the stone circle. It cast a shadow of the ridge across the beach, all the world as if you had signed your name in untidy handwriting.
Wait, maybe I went up the wrong path last time.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this: to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh. We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence. Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. I Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life. I would leave you presents outside your retreat, in this interim space between cliff and beach. I would leave you loaves and fishes, but the fish stocks have been depleted and I've run out of bread. I would row you back to your homeland in a bottomless boat, but I fear we would both be driven mad by the chatter of the sea creatures.
Looks like a recipe for carbonated water. Maybe. Bit of a joke. But H-O-H. I think that's water. Oh wait, that's two. Yeah, two hydrogens. Oh, that's water. Two carbons. 111 nitrogen. Or hydrogen 1. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm making it up. Reading firebox into it. And then there's just squids on the wall. I'm just gonna go back. Wait, there was a super during there. I wanna see if I can, maybe not worth it.
He still maintains he wasn't drunk, but tired. I can't make the judgment or the distinction anymore. I was drunk when I landed here, and tired too. I walked up the cliff path in near darkness and camped in the bay where the trawler lies beached. It was only at dawn that I saw the bothy and decided to make my temporary lodgings there. I was expecting just the aerial and a transmitter stashed in a weatherproof box somewhere on the mount. It had an air of uneasy permanence to it. Like all the other buildings here, erosion seems to have evaded it completely.
Week 3 chemistry. Public book company. Well, it's a chemistry book. Interesting. I took a bit of chemistry in school, so I know a little bit, but I don't really know a lot. So yeah. Oh boy. What is this?
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services, but although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
That's quite a thing down there.
The boy has kept me lucid. I sat when I was at the very edge of despair, when I thought I would never unlock the secret of the island. I sat at the edge and I watched the idiot boy blink through the night. He's mute and he is retarded, and he has no thought in his metal head but to blink each wave and each minute aside until the morning comes and renders him blind as well as deaf-mute. In many ways, we have much in common.
Okay, I think I've done enough, for now. Yeah, gonna, oh, wait, no? Okay, wait, I think I've gotten this new chapter, so, yeah. Well, that's an interesting game though. Not really sure what I'm doing. Yeah, hang on. Sorry, I gotta go. Something has come up. Sorry for the abrupt end of the thing, but, I need to go put, housemate was, buying food for me, using my own money, of course. Or at least, I'll pay them back. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so housemate came back with my food, and I've got to, go put it away now. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Sorry the stream is a bit short. Might be back later. In a little bit. Yeah. So until next time. Goodbye.